Testing.
Thank you for watching a Symphony of Lights. See you next time. 多謝你留欣賞幻彩詠香江，再見。謝謝莅臨欣賞拜。
There we go. Hi.
Hi. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was pretty exciting. I enjoyed it. Welcome, welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
We are so happy to see you all. So for those of you who were treated to the light show, that is
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong at night.
Yeah.
And when did they start doing that, Chef?
I don't know exactly, but I saw it maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks like it. And they only do it at New Year's, or they do it?
No, all the time, every day, I think at 8. You can take a little boat in the middle and then you see both sides. It's really nice.
Fantastic. Has anybody done that in person besides Oscar, Chef Oscar? Now I want to go and do that.
It's pretty fun.
I haven't been to Hong Kong in 25, maybe 30 years.
Oh.
30 years.
You need to go.
You think it's changed a bit?
A bit.
A bit? Well, we're going to find out tonight, right?
Yeah, we're going to see some pictures too.
We're going to see a lot of pictures tonight. We're taking you guys on a plane, on a trip. And I know some of you probably have some photos too from various travels. My Honda friends in Japan. I know I'm speaking to an audience of people who have spent a lot of time overseas. So I'm hoping that you guys have some photos to share as well. We have lots, but we, since we can't go there right now,
Yeah,
we'll
can
have to
just
go
remember.
there virtually. Right, right. So what do you think? Should we get started immediately or give it another minute?
I would give it another
Yeah.
minute.
We have a group that's spread out a little bit across the country. So, and we have some little micro families joining us, my Honda family of friends from my Clarity family. For those of you who know my passion for hydrogen and Honda, synonymous with Jim Burrell, who's on our screen, and John Watts, and Velma is here, and there's Karen, and all kinds of Honda. Susie is here. So thank you for joining us again. And you guys feel free to unmute yourselves and say hi to each other. I know many of you know each other. And there's some families here. I see Stacy's here. Allie's here.
I don't see her.
She's there. Hi, Allie. And Regina and Richard are here. So many friends. Michael Barr. Hi, Robin. And Annika is here with Chris, right? Oh, some people are already starting to light their little votive candles. For those of you who have not discovered your votive candle, it's in your little sachet. So this is how we suggest you set the mood for a fine dining meal.
Oh, there you go.
Is to, there we go, Kathy, is to light your candle. Maybe put it on your earth-friendly plate or somewhere where you can enjoy that little candlelight, and we'll get started in just a minute. I've already poured my water. I don't know if anybody else is feels the need to accompany ready. But even if you're not having wine and you're just having mocktails, you'll want to have a water handy because we have a very exciting meal for your palate, right?
Yeah,
so you're gonna need
Exciting for sure.
some water in there to go between the other things you may be drinking and eating tonight. And I think we can very shortly get started. We have 25 people on board, right?
Yeah, so far.
So we're still missing several, but I know most of
Easy on the wine there.
Take this view. You know, with a strip on top.
Apparently she's not listening.
Lois, hi Lois. Diane is here from Salt Lake. Hi.
Top right corner where it says view.
You're gonna see a lot of your photos here tonight, Diane.
Good.
Hi Lynn, thank you for joining us again. It's so much fun to travel with our
Yeah.
friends.
I think we could start.
All right, let's go.
What do you
Let's go.
think?
Well, everybody knows us, but they don't necessarily know each other.
Oh.
That's true.
Okay, you want to introduce?
It's a big group, but maybe just a wave. I'll call out some groups of people that I know are on board tonight. First, our Honda friends, Jim Burrell and Velma, John. Maybe you guys want to give a quick wave. Everybody from Honda, say hello. You see, I've been a Honda fan for a while, so I've accumulated some friends, which I'm so thrilled with. And it's nice to see all of you join us. Thank you so much. And feel free to contribute any photos of when I went to Japan with Honda, which was now about 5 years ago. Hint, hint, too, for another trip. Hint, hint. We were treated to several whirlwind tours of some tourist sites in Japan, which was wonderful. But I'm a terrible photo taker, so I have like none. So feel free if you have them to bring them forward. And then I have my WPO friends, Stacy, of course, and her family, always, and Robin, say hi, everybody. And then
Hi, everybody.
our NutriFit family and friends, NutriFit clients, friends and family, thank you so much for joining us. Tara and Lois and Ellen, I think, is here. And my newfound friendship with Annika from Annika Jackson PR. She's helping us out here with not only being a friend of NutriFit, but also maybe helping us get a little bit of growth and publicity from these events. And then never forgetting my Minnesota friends and my WPO colleagues. Allison, thank you for joining us. And Kathy is here, I see. Thank you so much for joining us. So without further ado, we have a trip to Asia to go to.
Yeah, that's why we have this.
That's right. That's right. So you saw the light show of Hong Kong at night, and then we have our obligatory red lanterns here to send off the Lunar New Year, which is celebrated all month long in China, particularly. Yeah, in China. But we've expanded it, and we're going to Japan and Thailand tonight. And what are we starting with, Chef?
Well, we're gonna, if you're okay, I'll start with wine.
I'm
You start with
fine.
your water, I'll start with my water.
Chef is going to the grape already.
So we're gonna go first with our white wine. That's the Chardonnay that you have. It's Hills Family Estate.
And if you're doing mocktails tonight, I made them for you. And I think tonight we're starting with the, yes, what did I call that one though? Moonshine tea.
Exactly.
Moonshine tea for your first mocktail.
So we're gonna start with your white wine, which is Hills Family Estate.
You all know Chef Oscar,
Yeah.
our executive sous chef.
It's our 2016 Napa Valley. It's Carly's Cuvée. This is it's a great wine that we discovered. It's all of the wines that you're gonna get today are called garage wines. So
Now don't get alarmed by that.
the garage
That doesn't
wines.
sound so good. You know, what do you keep them in your garage?
He means no.
You make them in the garage?
It means the amount that they made fits in a garage. So it's very, very limited edition. It's not huge.
Some of these people might have
productions.
big garages. You know that, right?
Well,
No?
still, if you can fit all of that in one garage, even if it's big, it's not a lot. So garage wines means boutique wine. Just boutique, it's used more, and garage wine is the real name in Europe, but but boutique sounds better, right?
It does. It does. It does. Doesn't sound as greasy.
So this Carly's Cuvée is well, she's now it's from the Hills family. She's now a nutritionist in San Diego. So maybe they live close to Regina Rooney.
Regina, they're neighbors.
Maybe.
Maybe they have some wine in their garage for you guys.
This is a Chardonnay with a lot of tropical fruit,
I'll be right there.
a lot of melon, fig, and as you know, all the white wines, they're made directly into vinification. Normally, they miss the malolactic acid period, which is when they press all the grapes and then they keep the must. So they grab all that flavor. Normally in whites, they don't do that. They go directly to juice and then they go to vinification. In this one, they kept it like that for 3 months. So it is made as a red wine, but it's a white wine. It's a beautiful one. And then with this one, we're gonna start with our first course, which is the Kung Pao style snappies with orange and almond. Let me show it to you right there.
Oh, here we go. Yes, in this long compartment, right here, this guy. Yep,
There you
We
go.
have
Or
the-
this one.
yes, it's both. It's the same for the vegetarian and the omnitarian. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Chef.
There you go.
Beautiful. I love those Cara oranges.
So you like we were saying right now, the oranges that you see there are not regular oranges. Those are Cara oranges, and Cara are very different because if you see the color is not really orange, it's more red, and it's some very
It's not a hybrid of orange and grapefruit. Some people
No.
think it is.
it's
No,
not.
some people do. It's not.
It's a beautiful, difficult to get orange, but it tastes super different. And it's very fleshy, but you don't see that white part in there because those are Supremes that we got. And the Kung Pao sauce is a classic Chinese sweet sauce that you will find in a lot of places. And I'm sure everybody has heard of it. But we can start showing some pictures. Well,
Yeah, well, you guys, this is the one.
that's cold.
That's cold. This is
Exactly.
the only menu selection that you eat straight
course.
out of the container, or put it on a plate if you choose to, but it's not to be heated.
I
So
saw
you'll
some
wanna-
people already put it in a plate. So
Look
that's
at
great.
that. See, we have some people eating with chopsticks. Now that's authentic. We should have included chopsticks.
I
Why
know.
didn't we do
I
that?
don't know. I didn't think about it.
That's a great idea, guys.
No, we don't heat anything yet. We eat the first course from the container, and then we go and heat everything for 1 minute.
Yes,
We had
a question.
a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Is it zippy, that sauce?
No,
The Kung Pao sauce? No?
no,
No
No.
chilies, no spice?
no, no spice.
Heat? No heat.
No. We didn't want it to add heat because you'll have your heat in a little bit, but not in everything.
So how does that match up with your
Oh, I thought Robin wanted to say something.
Robin?
No.
Feel free to unmute and ask questions at any time. We want to hear from you guys.
So in your wine, you can smell that kind of sweetness that you will only get from the Caracara, not really as a regular orange. That's why we chose this one, and it's a little bit. It's a bold smell that we will also pair with the next one, with the next course.
But in between, you can take a whiff of your sachet,
Yeah.
right? We put some unusual, less usual seasonings in your sachet. Tonight you have star anise inside,
Mhm.
and you have whole coriander
Yeah.
inside. And you're gonna find these flavors in
The next one.
The next one,
Well,
the next
the
course.
anise isn't the last one.
Yes. So feel free at any moment to bring your senses, all your senses into play by enjoying the fresh scent in your
Yeah, that's
sachet.
the star anise, Sally. You can smell it. It smells beautiful. I love it.
You know, I bought that star anise
Yeah.
some time ago.
Yeah, I
And
love it.
I bought so much of it that I was so happy to be able to put it in the kits, because I thought, yeah, I'll never use that up, because I bought it by the pound and I bought a lot of pounds, and I don't think I knew what I was doing. In fact, when it came, I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of star anise.
Well, it tastes great in the marinara that we made.
Oh,
Those are the little secrets. Oh, I
Little
shouldn't make.
secrets?
Maybe I shouldn't say.
you can tell them, they're our friends.
Maybe I shouldn't say.
So I know
If
that
anybody wants star anise, just
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I know that a lot of things you often get from your farm, but I also recognize it's winter. So what of this is from your farm?
The snow peas are actually growing hydroponically in our greenhouse right now, which is a lot of fun. They have the most amazing, beautiful flower. I don't know if anybody's ever seen snow peas on the vine. I wish I had a picture of it. Maybe I'll ask Phil if he has one on his camera. But it's a delicate little flower, and we're growing those, Allie, hydroponically in our buckets.
Plus, it doesn't feel like winter right now.
Well, it's not winter where we
I was
are. I guess
sweating.
where you are, it's winter, right? How cold is it in New York right now? Very.
It's going to be snowing again in a few hours. So
Really?
yeah.
And what about Minnesota?
What?
Minnesota. Allison, how cold is it in Minnesota right now?
Minus something for sure.
Yeah, it must be. We have an
I'm in
Allison.
Chicago, and it's going to be, I think, like 40 degrees this week. So
Oh,
it was
lovely.
last week that was so bad, but this week was very nice. So
40 is very nice. Well,
What is
that's
it? We're-
some perspective.
What is it? We were 80 today or something.
I think
like
it was
that?
summer here today. I don't know.
It was hot.
It was hot today. I have a picture of the snow peas flowering in our Oscar's going to show it to you. Can you see this beautiful little delicate flower? that is what a snow peas look like on the vine. And of course, they bloom and then they fruit. So that is in your first course, and that is what you're enjoying.
Also, you have several of the things from the farm in the sachet, like the rosemary. I think you have thyme there.
Thyme
right?
is in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have thyme in there.
And the lavender.
Of course. Love it, right? So,
So for the next course, we will have to heat everything up. I think we also are celebrating a birthday too.
yeah, not yet.
Oh, okay. All right, I didn't say
We're
anything.
not singing happy
So-
birthday yet, but
Yet.
before you leave, we will. Just know it.
We have
Come
to heat our kit up. Remember, just 1 minute in the microwave.
Please.
Just place the lid on top. Don't press it. And just 1 minute should be enough for you to heat everything up.
And while you're doing that, I think we'll show some photos, right?
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Let me go.
we're gonna find some wonderful pictures, none of which I took.
Some of them I took.
Oh, you're gonna see Chef Oscar.
I'm not sure if we want to do that. Let me go till the end. And then we're gonna have somebody already, somebody can tell us a little bit about it
Oh,
too.
maybe Diane is here and she, oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're-
no, let's
they're
show
not
them
seeing
that.
that
They're not
yet.
seeing that.
Yet.
He's teasing.
We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
There
well,
you go.
there
Now
we
let
go.
me go and
now
share.
we're gonna, here we go. Here's a little slideshow. Some of these were taken by my friend and client Diane Thomas, who's on the call with us tonight. She's taken many tours to China herself. Most of them, I think, Diane, since we started working together and you lost all that amazing weight, right?
Right. Yes.
How many trips to China so far? Or the Asia?
16. Asia altogether 27.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Well, we're going to click through some of these photos that you have so kindly shared.
Those are the terracotta warriors, obviously.
There's actually 8,000 terracotta warriors, and it takes them about 2 to 3 months to put them together if they're broken up.
Wow. And how old are they? They must be centuries and centuries.
For sure.
old.
Yeah, they are. I'm trying to think of how old.
Yeah.
Yeah, long
Oh,
years.
We'll call
old.
them
Oh,
old.
we're called them old. They look old. And then here's one that you
Oh,
took,
that's
Chef
nice.
Oscar.
Yeah, it did.
Where are we?
In Shanghai.
Ah,
It's in
and
the middle of Shanghai.
that's Chef Oscar with his lovely wife, Melissa. And
This is the-
Diane,
That's
you shared this one.
Chengdu for one of their celebrations during the New Year. And like it said in
Chengdu?
your pamphlet, it said red is everywhere. So
Right. That's what we have.
You said Chengdu?
Chengdu, yes. This
Oh,
was-
okay. That's where the pandas are.
Oh,
This
we're
is
gonna
where the
see
panda
Oscar.
reserve is, yes.
Yeah.
Oscar went there with Melissa. I think we're gonna see
Oh, wow.
that.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
that one is Chengdu. So it's the city of lights, and
But
they have the longest TV there. I think it's 1 kilometer long.
A TV.
Yeah, TV right on top of that bridge. It was just they have
That's bizarre.
a lot of things. That one is Diane's.
That's during the New Year festival, and I'm not sure, probably in Beijing, or it could be in Chengdu or Xi'an.
And while we're enjoying this, should we have people enjoy the little Chinese cabbage wrap?
Yeah, we're gonna go now to the cabbage wrap that you have there. It's this one. So he has it's
compartment.
sesame cabbage wrap with Chinese black rice and vegetarian chicken. So it's vegetarian inside.
It's actually vegan.
And the black rice is the forbidden rice. I don't know the story why they call it forbidden rice,
Probably because
but it's lovely.
it's really expensive. I can
Yeah,
tell you that.
but I love it.
China black rice or forbidden rice,
Yeah.
and it's vegan, right? What's the sauce on that? Jeff?
It's a sesame sauce on top. And the base is mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms and different mushrooms that we had.
Neat.
So you'll smell a lot of mushrooms. And if we go to our
I think we have cabbage in the ground at the farm this year. But
okay.
it's not.
So for sure
It's
I'll
not
have it
above the ground
yet. Hopefully the Gophers don't get it before me.
Yeah, hopefully. No.
So with this one, you'll feel all the earthiness from your wine. We're still on the same white wine, the Hales family wine. You'll smell pear. Try to smell grilled pineapple. And I get this one I can call it weird because it's a bit weird. But now that we were talking about pandas, remember those little colorful gummy bears? Try to remember those and smell that in your wine, because that's one of the things that I get.
Gummy bears.
Gummy
You
bears.
have a very
Gummy bears and then brioche toasts too.
brioche toast and gummy bears. That's an interesting combination.
Should I be
Chef.
hungry? Maybe I'm hungry.
Maybe you're hungry.
Did I smell those gummy bears? I swear I
Okay,
smell them.
All right then.
Try to find
Oscar.
them. Try to find them for sure.
We did not put them in your sachet for you to find them. I will tell you that. They are not there, but maybe in your palate. Maybe in your palate.
You'll have fun finding it.
Okay.
So we can continue a little bit more with this beautiful picture.
What countries does the black rice come from?
China.
China. It's called China forbidden rice. But actually, I purchased it from a supplier called Mount Hope Wholesale. They're in Arizona, and they're a very small family-owned company, and we purchase our grains, our interesting grains through them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is in the south part of China. These are Karats Mountains, limestone mountains, and they're beautiful. And they even kind of go over into Vietnam as well.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's
They
just
really are.
beautiful.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna smell a lot of limestone in your next wine. So that goes perfect.
We're still celebrating, obviously, in
New
China,
Year.
New Year.
When they have the New Year, they have the Lantern Festival, and those are pictures from the Lantern Festival, which goes on for about a week. And this is again in South China, in Guilin, near Guilin.
Look at the reflection of those
Yeah.
mountains in the water. That's amazing. That's an amazing shot. It's like a
If
perfect.
you have a $20 bill, you turn it around on the back, you get a picture just like this.
Oh.
$20 yuan, I think. Yuan.
Neat.
More lantern festivals,
Yeah.
and they're all over the country. This is a typical New Year's that I celebrated with a family, and the first meal is always in your home with the mother and dad, and then the daughter is here and the grandmother. And I think the thing that's interesting is notice of all of these, there's only one dish that has protein in it. The rest are all vegetables. And that's pretty typical of their diet.
Neat.
And also the little glass round in the middle, because everything, that's what they call family style. So everything keeps moving, but only towards, when it's big tables, it's only towards one side, and only one person can move it, and they call it the driver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you cannot move it. It's only one person. At least that was my
Do you
experience.
get to select who the driver's going to be, or is it?
I think it's really designated. I don't know. I was never. 'Cause I would guess I would move the food for everybody.
Yeah, I want that thing moving my way. Interesting. So what are we moving to next? Speaking of driving things.
So let me just finish with China, because after After that, we're gonna go to another place.
Okay,
So let me just finish
All
with
right.
the picture. Obviously, that's
that's rice.
rice,
with it-
right?
No, that's vegetables, right, Diane?
This is vegetables out
That
in the
you're-
country. And, you know, at least down in this area, a lot of the farming is done with the plow. And people will actually haul water in on their shoulders, and you'll see 2 buckets on both sides to water their plants. But anyway, their gardens are beautiful. And this is typical. I haven't been there the last couple of years. This is Shanghai, and you can
Yeah.
see
See that?
I think
That
the
doesn't look anything
Oh,
like the Shanghai.
another one
I
of the well, we saw that one before. So
Yeah.
this is Tiananmen Square. It's the biggest government square in the world, and they could put approximately 1 million people on this square. But behind, as you're looking to the down into the buildings, that's the Forbidden City.
That's where I went.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
and
not a
here's-
forbidden
it
city
is-
anymore.
This is Chef Oscar and
And that's Chengdu. And that story was funny because they look really cute, those pandas. And then we were there. Well, you have to use gloves and those little things in your shoes. And then when you're there, you can be with them. You cannot really touch them, but you can be with them. And the thing is, the panda was eating the bamboo and then dipping it in honey or something like that. And then when the panda finished the bamboo, he just looked at my wife, and then a bunch of people rushed to it because it seems like it's just very
still
cute, but
hungry?
it's
He
still
was still hungry.
it's still a bear. So it was a little bit complicated there, but well, it was a nice experience for sure.
You look like you're having fun.
Yeah, we were not after, but
And
yeah,
of course,
in that moment,
and of
yes.
course, these sanctuaries, these are sanctuaries that use the money that you pay to go in there to
Yes, because to
preserve the
to
animals.
really the thing with the pandas is that they need a lot of money to be able to breed them, because the pandas, most of them, they start being like this size. Since they're really small, they have to be very careful with them and take like really good care of them. So that's why you can only get in with months and months in advance tickets, and it's just a limited amount of people. But they use all of that money to be able to research more and to be able to breed all the pandas and still have pandas and that they don't die.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So that's
Nice.
great. We can
Yeah.
move on to the next one, which is wine first. Always wine first. We're gonna have the second one is Il Macchione, Vino Nobili de Montepulciano. Really good wine.
And if you're doing the mocktails, the next mocktail is your Mason Mint mocktail.
Exactly. So I don't know if you remember in the other tastings, I've told you that the grapes don't have a specific like not all grapes are the same, so they cannot age the same. So sometimes a Pinot Noir can only last for 1 or 2 years. Sometimes Merlot blend can last for 20 years. Sometimes Pietra can live for 100 years. So this one, and well, you see it through the changes in what we call the disc. The disc is when you put your glass of wine like this on top of something that's white, and then you can see the color.
I'm going to put it on the back of my Lunar New Year blog, which is on the back of your menus. So if you guys haven't noticed or read this little blog post, it's about the Lunar New Year, and it was written by my son, Adam, who does a lot of our blog posts for us. And it talks about the spirit behind the trip we're taking tonight. But for me, it's a white background for the wine.
Yeah. So if you have another glass and you pour your next wine too, you can compare the life of this Montepulciano right now is the best moment to drink it. It's a 2014 wine. And the color, you've seen a lot of them that are ruby red or that are bright. This one is brick red.
Yeah, it's very bricky.
So this is the best stage that you can drink a wine from Vino Nobili de Montepulciano. So that means the grape is matured, and this is all it's gonna give. So this is like the best moment for you to drink this specific one. To be called a Vino Nobili, you have to keep it in oak at least for 3 years. So this is a very, very special wine.
This is Italian.
Yeah, that we got 24 of them today again.
We got 24 bottles.
No,
He's
we
a
got
little
more than
excessive.
30.
You think? You think? I think we need an intervention.
So if you compare
Either
them,
that or we're gonna have to drink a lot of wine.
I vote for the latter. So if you compare them, you will see that the last wine that you have for the desserts is a very young ruby red wine. And then the one that you're having right now, it's a red brick color. And it's fabulous to see it because it's not a normal color to see.
We could see it here.
Yeah, for sure.
Against our plate, right? It's another use for your plate.
Did they get this one or this one?
They got this one.
Oh,
they got
great.
This one. So the white plate, it's perfect.
So we're gonna pair this with the tamarind glazed Chilean sea bass that you have there. Let me show it to you.
This is an amazing fish, guys. You're gonna love this fish. And the vegetarian have a very nice tofu steak.
Yeah, they have tofu steaks with gochujang sauce and a little bit of
This
soy
one.
there.
And all of them have some baby bok choy on the top, it's really a garnish. It's a
little bit of a garnish.
We grow that baby bok choy at the farm. So it's another little taste of the mesa for you.
And you'll see that tamarind is very used in Thailand. So we're gonna now we're jumping in another plane and going to Thailand.
Zoom, zoom. Oh, no, that's BMW.
Is it?
I don't know.
I didn't know.
I don't know. We're getting on a plane.
We're still going.
We're going.
Is bok choy hard to grow?
Is bok choy hard to grow? Farmer Phil, is bok choy hard to grow? It is not. I am told it is not. One day we'll get Phil to stand up here and tell us a little bit about some of these things, but
Hopefully.
that will not happen today. So here we are in Thailand.
Let me start sharing.
We're gonna share some photos.
Surprise how well the fish held up the micro. Yeah. We try to cook it specifically so when you heat it, it's supposed to be flaky and perfect. But thank you for that comment.
What kind of fish is it?
Chilean sea bass.
Chilean sea bass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a special fish. We're very lucky to get our seafood from Santa Monica Seafood that the quality is just exceptional. So where are we, chef?
This is Bangkok.
I was there.
Yeah. And this is the temple where they have the jade Buddha, which is a huge Buddha made of jade.
That's a huge temple too.
It's a huge temple.
But I think we have a picture of the largest temple in Thailand, that courtesy of.
This is
Diane.
this is Diane's picture, so I don't know which one that
Yeah,
is.
that's in Beijing as well. A Buddha temple.
Oh, you're in Beijing.
Oh,
Not
You're in the
Beijing,
wrong
I'm sorry,
country.
yeah,
Bangkok.
maybe.
Bangkok.
Oh, thank you.
Bangkok.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
And this is, I think, traditional dance.
This was a festival that I went to, and they had dancers from all different areas of Thailand, and they're gorgeous, as you can see.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. And this is, I think, Adam's.
Yeah, exactly.
photo.
In Bangkok, you move through little boats everywhere. So it's like Venice with a a lot of temples. A lot of temples. Everywhere you go, it's temples and temples, and you move through this kinds of boats.
And this is
That's
also Adams from a local eating stand, street side eating stand. So I'm not sure what all those dishes are, but they look very Thai.
Yeah.
Now that's
This
the one that
is-
I was thinking of, Diane.
This is the White Temple. It's in Chiang Rai, right near Chiang Rai, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
That's unbelievable. It looks so ornate. It looks almost not real.
Do you have a
Ornate.
picture of the Black Temple?
I don't think so. Do you?
Um, I do somewhere, but it's also right next to Shanghai.
Yeah, I don't have that. But if you find it, let us know.
Yeah.
Share
can
it.
share
Share it.
For sure.
These are the floating markets, right?
Yeah. That's Diane's picture.
Yeah, this is
look at the
amazing. I
leaves.
love the floating markets. You find them where a city has a river through it, and you'll find the floating markets. So you stand on the side and tell them what you want, and then they'll put a basket over and send it back over to you, and you put your money back.
Well, you can see on the closest boat to in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, I'm looking at fresh lychees. And of course,
Yes.
part of your dessert tonight is lychee. And I think I see some mangoes right behind it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
The
right. those are
mangoes.
the
And so
mangoes. And then you
tonight,
got-
one of your desserts is the sticky rice with mango, and the other one is a Japanese sponge cake with ginseng drenched lychees. So
Yeah,
that'll be kind
exactly.
of fun.
Yeah, and in this, the only issue was you have to wake up really early to be able to go there. If not, you'll miss it. Because I remember I missed it twice, and then the third time I was there, I got him.
In the middle of the middle boat is mangosteen, and oh, that's the king of
I got this
that's
one.
the best fruit they have.
I know the problem is when they make it in water, you drink it. You drink so much of it that you get full of sugar. I mean, good sugar, but still, I love it. The flavor is amazing.
You open them up, they
Wow.
look a lot like a little bit like a garlic.
Yeah.
This was fascinating to me.
Well, this
Chef.
was a little town where they used these rings to elongate their necks. But I mean, the story, I might get corrected by then,
Oh,
but the story here that they told us is that they wear those bracelets and those neck
Rings.
neck rings because there were a lot of tigers that went to the little town, and that's the way that they normally grab either your wrist or your neck, and that's the way that they were able to sleep without fear of being killed.
Eaten by tigers. Is it only women, or did men do men?
Men did it at first, but the neck was only women. So the men also wore the ones in the wrists and also in the ankles.
Ah,
Yeah.
vulnerable spots.
Yeah.
I guess. And then they never take them off, right?
No.
no.
It's just a tiny town, and then at the end you just see a Catholic church, and that's it.
They even sleep with them on.
Yeah.
Wow. And then eventually, I guess the neck gets stretched. Huh?
Yeah, but they told me that they couldn't take it off after because the neck is not strong enough to hold itself. At least
Well,
that's what I
Yeah,
got
I
told.
mean, it makes sense that the muscles would atrophy
Yeah.
if they can't be used
Oh, that's another take of that.
of the floating markets.
Yeah.
Another floating market, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Early picture too.
You
You have to wake up early for that.
have to get
I
that.
know that part. Oh, and that's me with a tiger and that I didn't know it was two.
There is a second tiger.
The
If you
funny-
look underneath the Melissa, it looks like she's straddling the tiger, but it's really behind her, right?
So the funny story about this one is you're only able to get two people at the same time there. And it's also sanctuary, and it's conservationist. So everything that you spend there, obviously, it's for them to be able to keep them. And if you see there are several people around, it's because when you go in, they tell you you're not supposed to do any sudden movements, and you're not supposed to yell or do anything like that. But we didn't see the tiger that was behind us that you see there, and then the tiger moved his tail and then hit my wife's leg, and then my wife started running, and then, and then all the people there held me and told me, don't move. I guess tigers are dangerous.
Yes, yeah,
I
they
guess.
And she's small enough to look like, an easy catch.
Yeah.
We're back to the market.
So
That's a great thing.
going back to that picture, are there people there that if something did go wrong, they could remove you or, I don't know, tranquilize the
It's
tiger?
more like holding the tiger than removing me. I'm not as important as the tiger, and they tell you that from the beginning.
Okay.
So the tigers is their main goal, to protect the tigers and that nothing happens to the tiger. Because also I could have had, I don't know, some disease or some cream or something that could have been something bad for the tiger. So they don't want him to eat me because of whatever I could do to the tiger, not the other way around. And then they tell you that our priority is the tigers, 100%.
Wow.
Would you do it again? Would your wife do it again?
I would. My wife, maybe not.
How long were you in there with the tiger?
Not that long, maybe 15 minutes. But then they were taking baths too, and you could only see the eyes. That looked very scary. Very, very scary.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I think
Well,
if you went 16 minutes, it might have been dangerous.
Yeah. Hopefully
It
they're
was
well fed
dangerous
before
at
you
the
go
first
in.
Huh?
Hopefully they're well fed before you go in there.
I hope. I didn't ask that question, but I should have.
You should know better.
Yeah. Well, that's a great picture of the floating market. And I remember the flowers, because that's the only thing that I bought, I think, there. Oh, that's Chiang Mai. So Chiang Mai, it's another sanctuary, but this time for elephants. So they were ready to bait them. So you're supposed to go with the elephants into the little river and then bait them, but I didn't want it to do that. But it was pretty fun to be playing with them.
When Adam went to Thailand, and he took 3 months and toured through. They took the Siberian Express. They did the whole Trans-Siberian Railway or whatever, and they did all of Asia. He volunteered at Elephant Sanctuary.
Oh, they have such a great energy. And they had, in that moment when I was there, they had some people, that they're horse therapy and then dolphin therapy. And I'm guessing there's also elephant therapy, because there was a lot of people just sitting next to them and kind of petting them.
Absorbing their vibe.
But exactly.
How interesting.
And I'm guessing it was something like that. I didn't ask.
Do you remember about the hair on the elephant? I mean, it's really tough.
Yeah, very tough. Very, very tough.
It looks pretty.
It doesn't even look like hair. So it doesn't even feel like hair.
Now these elephants are a lot bigger than the African elephants that we saw when we went. We did safari in Africa.
Well, this is a baby. This one is a tiny baby.
Tiny.
Well, tiny for them. If you see the other ones over there, were bigger.
And we're back to that beautiful
Look at that.
white temple. That is special. So what's next on our culinary journey here?
Let me see here. Okay, so we're gonna go to the fourth course, and we're still with this wine. This Il Macchione, like we said, Vino Nobili di Montepulciano. It's a 2014. You can smell the earthy smoke, cherry.
I want to smell.
Go ahead. Almond. Don't you get almond? Well, now I just got the almond.
A little bit.
Here you get anise also. So try to smell the anise that you have from your little kid.
And then see if you can smell it also in your wine or taste it in your wine.
And this is a Sangiovese. It's a Tuscan wine. Like I said, keep looking at that brick color because it's not a common thing.
That's really nice.
And I love it. And like we talked about the other ones, is you can see all the tears and or legs going like really fast. And they form right away because this is a beautiful one. Look at that. Right away.
Yep.
Okay, so the next one would be our fourth course, which is the Japanese red curry with ribeye steak bites.
Oh.
This one is lively. So
Yeah.
I have to tell you that before. This one is lively. It's this one that you can see here.
Right here where the pointer is. And then the vegetarians have the same sauce, right?
Exactly, and it's steaks too, but it's vegan steaks. Obviously.
Vegan beef, non-beef beef, vegan non-beef.
Exactly.
Vegan, that's kind of hard to say. It's vegan meat, designed to taste like meat, and it does.
Yeah.
And it's a non-GMO, non-soy vegan meat product. And
ribeye is that 24-hour sous vide ribeye that you will find with beautiful pink color.
not just from the sauce, right?
Not just
You
from the
didn't
sauce.
cheat.
No.
No, because I saw it in there for that. I saw it in the sous vide for 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And why red curry, chef?
Because it's classic Japanese. A lot of people, when they think about curry, they only think about Indian, but Japan has a great curry and Thailand has a great curry. And this Japanese red curry I love. It's spicy, like I said, but it's a great curry that you can have.
And there's black
What do you,
sesame.
what do you mean by curry? Is it powder or is it what's the red curry?
Use it as a curry.
Meaning?
Well, curry is never a powder.
Well, it is.
No.
There is such a thing as a curry
Wow.
powder.
Normally when they call curry, the curry is the dish already.
Style.
Exactly. And there are mixes of different spices that make it that. But in this case, the word curry was used as a mix of a lot of different spices that were able to make this, which is like you would say here, it's like a wet rub kind of thing.
So, like you may have, some of you may be fans of Indian food. You know, Indian food features a lot of curries. They're more, they're very different than the Japanese.
That's more of a
curries.
dry rub kind of thing, if
Yeah.
we were gonna say it like that.
And they're all distinctly different.
Yeah. And Tara, I think you had a question or a comment?
Oh, no, I was saying it wasn't too spicy or too hot. It was just enough because, yeah, it's where you get the kick and the taste of it without needing to drink water.
Yeah. But that's thanks to Magic Hand Feel. Because I cannot handle any spice at all. So the spicy things I don't taste. And then I go to Magic Hands Feel and then I go, can you please taste it? Yeah. And my question is exactly this. For normal people, is it spicy? And then he says, normal people, yes. For me, I can feel it a little bit.
I can't.
I've been in restaurants where it's so spicy where I literally picked up the water and almost poured it on my head. It was that hot. But this was just enough, I thought.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, chef,
Yes.
my mother can eat a fresh habanero as if it was a cherry.
Oh, poor mouth.
Not,
Yeah,
not just a little bit, she'll eat the whole entire thing within about 15 minutes.
that's amazing. Well, I have to say, our daughter, Alexandra, is like your mom. She, we used to take them to dinner back when they were small. We haven't done that in many years, but we had a rule where Alexandra, I mean, the kids had to rotate washing the dishes, right? So one week it was one, the next week, the next child, the next week, the next child. And Alexandra, our daughter, never really, she's not much into dishwashing, housekeeping, those kinds of tasks. So she would dare her brother and our nephew, who joined our family as another, as a teenager and was like another brother. She'd dare the boys to eat the chilies. And they'd say, well, what are you going to do if, who wins? Who gets, what's the prize here? And she'd say, well, if I can eat it and you can't, then you wash my dishes. You take my turn. And if you win, then I'll wash your dishes. And I can tell you that child has not washed dishes in years, because she could take that heat like nothing else.
Well, about those habaneros, I love the taste of the habanero.
We grow them at the farm.
Yeah. I think those habaneros are the best tasting chili there is. But there is some that surprised me that my favorite chili in the world is black habaneros. So if you ever have the chance to taste those, it's like a smoky, sweeter habanero with not that much kick, but if a habanero is a 10, that would be maybe a 9. So almost.
So am I hearing a request for Magic Hands Phil to
It
grow
would
some?
be great. I wasn't thinking about that, but now I am. So now he'll have to.
That's your next crop, Mr. Phil.
So I hope, I see that he wasn't screaming of chili for some of you, which is great.
Good.
He was screaming of chili for me. So after this one, we're gonna go to the 5th course, and we're still with the same wine. This 5th course is a funny story because I grew up eating this. A little part of my family, like political family, were Japanese. So my aunt used to do this every Sunday for me. And this is omeboche. So omeboche is it's a pickled peach.
So we're here back in Japan now for a minute for this little center compartment, which should be the only thing left in your entree kit, is this umeboche.
Exactly.
So of course I had to find the right kind of pickled peach for Chef Oscar to relive his childhood.
Because I said we need to have this.
Yeah, he had to have his umeboche.
And you don't really need that much. This one doesn't need any soy sauce, anything. I used to just eat it one bite like that. And it's pickled Japanese peaches that I think we saw. Did we see them?
We have a picture of them because Adam worked on a peach farm when he was in Japan. He spent some time volunteering at a peach and apple farm. He was so we'll show you a little bit of Japan here. Of course, Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're sharing.
Yeah.
We're sharing?
Yes.
Okay.
We are.
Okay. We're going to show you Mount Fuji, which Adam hiked up. He said it's more like a walk than a hike, apparently. He did it in one day.
But I think he was bragging because this doesn't look like a walk.
No, but
it looks like a complicated thing to do.
So there's the cherry blossoms, and we're honoring the cherry blossoms in one of your desserts. So we'll save that image for later. But here's the Japanese peaches. Adam said when they grow them, they're so protective of the peaches and the Fuji apples that they net each one in a little individual net while it's on the tree so that nothing can hurt that fruit while it's growing. So when he volunteered on the farm, that was his job, to put a net around each fruit. So of course we have peach trees. we have peach trees at the Mesa,
Yeah.
and we're, trying to grow peaches, and we keep losing them to the birds. So Adam bought some little bags to net each peach.
That's really wanting some
That's
peaches.
really wanting some peaches. Yeah. And I'm not sure what part of
This is
Japan
actually,
that
this is
that a
actually,
Diane?
Yeah, I think-
this is actually in China. It's called Yellow Mountain. And it's near
Oh.
Shanghai,
Ah, okay.
but it's beautiful.
And where are we now?
That one is not mine. I'm guessing it's Adam's maybe.
Maybe from Adam.
Oh, again, those cherry
But
blossoms.
here we
there.
are back in cherry blossom,
Yeah.
which it's, and then the beautiful lotus flower.
Yeah.
That's Adam.
Oh, and that was, we're back
in
to
Thailand.
Thailand.
So I think we can go to our dessert box now.
Yeah, I think we can go to desserts now.
Does everybody have room? I hope so, because we have some wonderful, exciting desserts planned. We're gonna move the camera here and show you what you already probably have and can see. And I'm gonna open up our dessert kit. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
All right.
Let me show it. There we go.
So what are we starting with, Chef?
So
Well, wine
yeah, we have to start with wine.
and the cranberry fizz mocktail, for those of you who are
No,
having mocktails.
the last one is the mint, the Mesa
No,
mint.
no, it's cranberry fizz.
Okay.
Mm.
I didn't make those, so I
No,
don't know.
I did. I know.
So we're going with the Cabernet Franc. That's the Viejo Isaías. It's from Mendoza,
Argentina.
Argentina.
You might wonder why we didn't choose Japanese or Chinese wines. Why not?
Because I don't know that many of them.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think they can do that much wine over there.
No, but what they do in for celebrating New Year is
Yeah.
they I don't know if some of you may have seen this
Baijiu.
Baijiu. This is Baijiu. This is a Chinese liquor. We actually did a large, a big tasting for Wells Fargo for their Asian business segment. We did a Chinese New Year tasting, and they wanted to feature some alcohol,
Yeah.
spirits. So we
At the end.
tasted the Baijiu at the end.
Because in China, it's very classical to when you're doing, well, more so in New Year's, but when you're doing, maybe you're in a business meeting or you're in family, at the end, you say cheers with Baijiu. And the Baijiu is a liquor that it's kind of, imagine like a Russian vodka or an Italian grappa. So it's, I think, 80 proof. So it's very high there.
Strong stuff.
And you're supposed to say gambe every time that you see somebody. So the thing that got me was they give you a little glass, like a 1 ounce glass.
Like a little shot.
And then they fill it for you. And then they will say gambe. And then you're supposed to, the amount of drink that you take from that little glass is the amount of respect that you have for the other person. So they
You have
pretty
to-
much
you have
trick
to
you
empty
there.
it.
And then the issue is not just that, but it's that you have to go around the table and do the same thing with everybody. So if it's a 20-person table, you can imagine how you'll finish.
Now I have a question for my Honda friends, Jim or Susie or John. Is there a similar, Lynn, is there a similar tradition in Japan with the spirits? Anybody who's traveled to Japan who can share that? We have to maybe unmute yourself if you have something to share. John, I'm going to ask if you know of a similar toasting tradition in Japan, similar to Baijiu.
Yeah, kampai.
Kampai, yeah.
Kampai,
I know
yeah.
that.
What is that?
And Suzanne just
Tell us
got back
about
from Japan, and she may have some interesting information. Suzanne, you've been back now from Japan how long? Unmute. Susie. Susie, unmute.
I am. Give me a minute.
Oh, okay.
We've been trying to get it together. Sorry. There's so much going on. Yes, Suzanne's going to talk about being in Japan.
Oh yes, yeah. So I returned late October of last year, but I was there from January through October, and it was amazing.
And did you, what was the toast again? What's it called? Where you have to toast?
Oh, kampai.
Kampai?
Kampai.
Kampai.
Tell us about that. Is there a spirit, a special?
Sake.
Sake? Oh, that's with sake?
To be honest, yeah, any alcohol is fine. Yes, yeah, they're fans of sake or highballs, right? Like whiskey and soda.
We were just laughing because I gave her her box of desserts and she bowed. Like, thank you.
Okay.
I was like, you were there too long. And she's like, I bow at everything.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
So for your desserts, let me show you. Let me show you what we have. We should start with the Thailand one.
Yeah, that's the sticky rice here.
Right here. Let me show it to you. That's the sticky rice with mango that you have there. It's very Thai. Everywhere that you go in Thailand, you will find that.
So
Allison, I think it's their best dessert ever.
Well, we'll see how ours compares. I want to ask Allison Gutterman. Allison, where are you? Are you still with us?
Yeah, here.
Yep, I'm here.
Tell us if you're able to enjoy that mango. I know it's a little not what you had hoped for.
No, that's okay. I'll eat it.
All right, great.
So he has a lot of coconut there, and it's very, very tight. Mangoes, like you saw in the floating markets, you had a lot of mangoes, a lot of coconut. So this is a mix of all the things that they love. And like I said, you find the sticky rice with mango everywhere. This is just our version. And you can, if you go to your little, because I did something a little different. Diane, don't kill me. I put a little bit of star anise there just to kick it a little bit.
So find your sachet and smell your star anise and see if you taste it in that mango.
Because there's coconut, star anise, and a little nutmeg there.
But no coconut oil, Lois.
No coconut oil.
Just coconut milk.
Exactly. All right, and after this one, we're gonna go to one that you have to assemble.
Yeah, that's my dessert here. It's the Japanese sponge cake, which is obvious because it looks like just a plain sponge, which is what it is, but it is traditional Japanese sponge. I don't know what makes it Japanese, honestly, except that it's
Cold.
a Japanese sponge cake. It is a traditional sponge. And then I thought it would be nice to incorporate lychees because they are so Asian and multiculturally Asian. But to add a little twist to it, I cooked the juice from the lychee in ginseng tea. So you have a tea infused lychee, which you're supposed to pour on top of the Japanese sponge. So hopefully you have room in your little container to do that. Otherwise you have a plate.
Yeah. So after that, your last dessert would be a little complicated
Yeah,
one.
but we haven't talked about the wine.
This wine, like we said, it's a Cabernet Franc from Mendoza, and this is from Old Vines. And I paired this one because I find a little bit of tea there. I find like maybe a little jasmine, a little green tea there. I find a lot of plum, jams, a little creamy wine.
I don't feel creamy, but I feel the...
Tara, I hope that's not only wine that you're drinking, because that looked like a lot. You get red fruits, you get chocolate there. And like we were saying, for the last dessert that you have there,
Well, this is Oscar's special, so we're gonna,
It's
we have to ooh and ah over Oscar's special.
so it's a
It is very unique.
chocolate cherry blossom almond custard.
It's the round thing, and you can see in the top of the last dessert, a perfectly preserved cherry blossom.
That's a cherry blossom that you see on top. And this is molecular gastronomy. So we were able to do this thanks to a lot of time and a lot of precision.
And the reason that we included the chocolate is because I cannot have a day without it. So I thought that it needed something chocolate, right? I mean, you always have to have chocolate. So the chocolate disc at the bottom is from 85% dark chocolate.
Godiva, yes.
Godiva chocolate. And
the second layer, you have almond and coffee custard. I made like a little Irish cream kind of mix with almonds there. And then on the top, you have cherry tea with a cherry blossom. I hope you enjoy it.
Wow.
And you can drink it with your wine.
And you can drink it with your wine. Eat it.
This is incredible, Oscar. Wow. What a treat.
What's so awesome about Asian desserts is that they're not too sugary or not too overpoweringly sweet. That's what I really appreciate. What's that?
On this,
yeah,
only the milk has a little sweetened rice milk in the middle.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we didn't add any other
There's no other sugar.
no other sugars but that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So the chocolate is 85% Godiva, no
There's almost no
sweet
sugar.
added, and then the tea on top with a little cherry blossom doesn't have any sugar at all.
Now, I don't know how many of you have ever seen cherry blossoms off the tree and in a little jar, but it was my first experience with preserved cherry blossoms, which Oscar insisted that I purchase so he could play with them.
Like 2 months ago, because they come from Japan, not from DC, which
So
I think is closer.
it's much closer. So it was a special dessert. But I think, honestly, what I should have done was I should have said we should all, I should have included a birthday candle for Mike. So we could all sing happy birthday. Shall we all sing happy birthday? Let's come off Mike and sing happy birthday to Mike Barr, whose belated birthday we're celebrating today. There may be some other birthday people in the mix, but happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You already have 2 candles there. Look.
Yep.
Maybe you're 2 today. You're turning 2.
Oh.
There you go.
2 years old.
Maybe 20, 21.
21. Congratulations.
It's got to be 21, otherwise I can't drink.
Right.
All right.
So speaking of drink, is there any final comments about any of the wines that we've been drinking?
Well, I'm just amazed by the second wine that we drank. Obviously, all of them are great. The first wine that you had is a 93 point. The second wine is a 95 point in Macchione. Really, really, really good wine. And Viejo Isaías is a 92 point. So we had old world, new world, and everything in between.
And that's kind of the way we do these tastings, right?
Yeah.
It's old, new, everything in between. Where are we going next month?
We're going to South America.
Yeah, that was my idea.
Yeah. We're going to South America, Mexico, and
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to do a belated New Orleans celebration.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, a little belated Mardi. Everything is delayed this year, right? So,
Yeah, but the good thing about Mardi Gras is a little French too, so
yes,
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good with that.
So where can we find these wines? Is it possible to do a follow-up to say that these wines are available at these different markets?
Yes,
If they
think,
were, we could.
but
Oh,
some of them
some
are
of them aren't?
very complicated to get. Like, let's say this one, we got it directly from the States. And
Right.
and some of them are even numbered because they don't have that many. Like we said,
Right.
they're garage wines. This one we got from Washington State, from a
Okay.
little shop that we saw there. And this one we got it actually from San Diego. So we got from different places, but we can
Yeah.
send you well, actually you have the names there, and you can look for them, or we can send you
They're on your bottles.
exactly.
The
We can send you where you can get them. The thing is, since they're so limited, I'm not sure if they will have them, but we can try
Right.
it. Sure.
Yeah.
And they're not, I mean, this one is maybe $38 dollar bottle. This one is maybe a $45 to $50 bottle, and this one is maybe a $28 bottle.
Okay.
So that's why we like to give it to you like that, because before we started giving you just the wines and where to buy them, and then people wanted to buy them, but then spending more than $100 for in wine in one dinner sometimes became a little cost restrictive. So that's
Sure. And I think for some people, they would like to have the opportunity to recreate some of these dishes. The fish was unbelievable.
Oh,
And the beef was fantastic. And to be able to recreate that and complement it with the wine that you offered up, I think would be a real boon.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Well, we are also working on your previous suggestion about a bento style box that, which we wouldn't call a bento box. We'd call it something else, but basically a way for you to be able to purchase this meal again.
Right.
So that's coming.
Okay.
Just a little challenged with time. But it is an idea that actually we thought was great, and we do plan to flesh that out.
Yeah. And like we said, we just got a whole shipment of wines that you can.
I don't know if you can see here.
I could see some of it. Yeah.
We have now an amazing collection of wine. I'm just
Yeah, and we have from Châteauneuf-du-Pape to the first Rioja in the world, to Puy-Fumé, to Grand Crus, Saint-Emilion. We have everything that you can imagine.
Yeah, most of which I know nothing about, but I'm learning. And we have a lot of dinners planned so that we can enjoy.
Oh, great. And chef, one question.
Yes.
Your last name, what is your last name? We
Gonzalez.
hear, sorry?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was really unexpectedly good. Coming into this, I thought, okay, a French chef cooking Asian food, maybe. And I know Karen Kim, I'll call her out, was a little bit dubious of it as well, but it was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, my only fear was the spice. That was my fear for this.
That it would be too much for people, or what?
That it would be too much for me.
Oh, really?
Because I have to taste everything that I made.
And did your face turn red, or was it too much for you?
Yeah, that's why I needed help.
Okay.
Oscar, was this the first time you made that dessert?
Which one?
The cherry.
Yeah, we just came up with it in a talk.
Yes.
Because I wanted one thing, she wanted another, and then we mixed everything and we got the chocolate. That's why sometimes you see some complicated names, because we just
don't know what to call it.
It's phenomenal. It's like amazing. It's wonderful. Great.
Thank you. It was a happy coincidence that we were able to throw it together. But sometimes when you put together n number of years of experience between the two of us, you end up with a knowledge base that allows you to be creative without a lot of risk. Now, truthfully, if it would have failed, you wouldn't be having it in your box.
Yeah, of course. But we were brewing it for a while already, because I asked you for that
Cherry blossom.
for the container for the
like
for the
that?
mold maybe 4 months ago.
I'm going to show you what the mold that Oscar used to create looks something like this. This one has little holes in the bottom, but it looks like this without the holes. And we both like to go online and look at unusual things to cook and play with, cook and bake and play with. And Oscar wanted this. He said, oh, I could do so much with it.
I said it would be great to do something with it. And then she asked me, what are you going to do? I
don't know. So he was dying to find a way to use it. And what you ate is what we got.
We just wanted to say, Oscar, we love the Montepulciano, the second wine that you offered. This is Richard and Regina in San Diego. Having had so many meals in Japan with only beer and sake that were offered, I was very intrigued to see what wines you were going to pick. But the second wine was absolutely delicious.
Well, I had to pick something that was as complex as the culture in all of those countries. I mean, we see that our stories might get to 500 years, 200 years, 300 years, maybe 1,000 going a lot in all America. But then you go over there and they tell you, oh yeah, well, this is 3,000 years and this is 5,000 years. And
yes, indeed. It's quite sobering.
Something that reflected that. Like this one is the most mature state of a wine that you're gonna see. After that, it's gonna become vinegar. So this is the best moment to drink that. That's why I was so amazed of that wine.
But thank you. It's the first time we've actually sampled your wine, because in San Diego we were a little hesitant about whether it would ship well, but everything turned out really well. And
We loved it.
We will do it again in the future. So thank you so much to both of you.
Thank you. Well, we don't want to impose on your time, but we'd love to hear from anybody with questions or comments. Please unmute yourself. Feel free. If there's anybody that wants to share anything.
And before we go to any of that, I want to thank Diane a lot for all the pictures and all of the comments, and you made it really fun. Thank you so much for that.
I'm happy to do that. So amazing countries to travel in.
Yes. Diane,
can you send us a reminder so we can prepare? I put some pictures together, but I don't even know how to do it. And maybe I could practice in the future, but just as a reminder for these dinners to say, if you have photos to share, please be prepared to share them.
I will do
I want to second that, because I was in Japan for a month just a year ago, and that would have been fun because it's springtime too. So that's a great idea.
I will remind you for the next event and encourage you to, we can always see where we were and weave it into what we start with, so that it's a run in, it ties what we just came from to what we're going to.
Right.
That would be wonderful. Because
that's
so South America, are you thinking Argentina or?
No, we're doing Galapagos. We're doing
on the west.
Mayan, the Riviera Maya, which is kind of like Cancun, Playa del Carmen. And then we're gonna go to New Orleans.
But in South America, I was particularly intrigued by the Galapagos, which I had the good fortune of seeing, and which should be on everybody's bucket list. And you fly first to Quito, to the capital of Ecuador, and you leave from there to take a small boat to the Galapagos, which are really tightly controlled because they're trying to protect it. So put it on your bucket list and go before they close it off entirely. It is amazing. And Quito itself is beautiful. And, you know, there's forests and hummingbird sanctuaries and so much culture. It was really a fun place. It was a great trip for us, so I wanted to share that with you. And we will send a reminder about the photos because we'd love to see where you've been, and also maybe I can take this minute to say we'd love to know where you'd like to go next, because we planned the first quarter, but we don't know where to go after this quarter that might be a culinary journey and a visual journey for you. So please share your ideas. We'll send around a little survey monkey, but we want to continue growing this family of friends that we so enjoy seeing every month. And we want to go to different places that you would like to see, because it challenges us and it allows us to have fun and grow too. So please think about that. And when the survey comes out, please respond. And if you have any comments or suggestions or criticisms or ideas, I invite you to share that as well. So with that, I want to thank you for your time this evening and for your confidence. It's the highest form of flattery to see you again. I must say that. There's no greater compliment than when somebody says, I'll do it again. So I'm kind of choked up. So anyway, thank you and have a great night. And I hope to see you again very soon. Stay safe, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you for all your efforts and your creativity. You guys are really, really special. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Jackie and Carlos. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.